I want to talk about like things I learned as a mom. If anybody in your life is negative and they always got some negative shit to say, or they always praying on your downfall, like it could really fuck with you if you let it. So just don't let it. Motherhood is what you make it. When people say your life is over, like, no, babe, you're projecting. The kid is not the reason that you fail. Hey friends, welcome back to Shit Talk with a C, because I'm Chi and we're going to be talking shit. And this one is going to be kind of like a little more up close and personal. As y'all can see by the title, I want to talk about like things I learned as a mom, because I feel like people say stuff like it's two extremes. It's either people make it look like overly glamorous or people make it look like overly shitty, and it's not that bad, but it's not amazing. But I'm not gonna be talking about like all the bad stuff. Like everybody knows what it means to have a kid. Everybody knows it's a huge responsibility. Everybody knows all of that. So I want to talk about like the things that are more personal to me, things that I kind of learned and discovered, and how I feel about being a mom. Yeah, that's what this is about. So let's just get straight into it. I feel like one of the first things I learned is your life is not over once you become a mom. Like everybody tries to make it seem like your life is just gonna end, like you're not gonna be able to do anything and it's just gonna be so shitty and you're gonna be miserable. Like, no, baby. Motherhood is what you make it. And that's a whole nother point on its own. But like genuinely, that's really how I feel. Like everybody, especially since I'm a young mom, like I feel like the younger moms get it. If you're pregnant or anything like that, I feel like you'll understand, because people will try to make it seem like you just ruined your life and all this shit, and that's not the case. Like you can still be whoever you want to be, do whatever you want to do. Like it's gonna be a little bit more challenging. You're gonna have to work around your baby, yes, but it's not over. It's not over, babe. Like you can still accomplish your goals. Like me right now, my baby taking a nap and I'm seizing the moment. Okay, like that's how it gotta be. You just have to make the time to do the things that you want. And if you really want that shit, then you're still gonna do it. Like a lot of people, they just be talking. I feel like a lot of people just be talking out their own regrets. Like once they had a kid, I'm not gonna say they just said fuck everything, but it's like if you have that drive in you, you could still do what you're trying to do. Like a baby won't stop you. I promise you. Like it's so many people I see that have kids that went to be so successful and rich and XYZ. Like the kid is not the reason that you failed. Like your kid is not the reason you're failing in life. Literally, like people just they be projected onto their kid, and I hate that shit. Like, no. Another thing I learned is like trust yourself in your own judgment. Like once you become a mom, that intuition just kicks in. Like it literally does. Anything that I don't know, like at the first couple months I was super scared. Not even scared, but I was always worried. Like I was nervous, and like I don't know if y'all know about the phantom crying. Like I used to be thinking I'm hearing my baby crying and it would be nothing. Like I was just so anxious and nervous about everything. And it's like as time went on, I just learned to trust myself and just, I don't know, like, how can I explain it? I learned my baby, I learned myself. Like I just learned it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. And then like also with my parenting style, because I remember when I first had my baby, I was trying to breastfeed and it wasn't going the best at first. Like I didn't have the biggest appetite, so I wasn't producing a lot of milk, and I was just doubting myself so bad. And then like the people in my ear, well, it was divided. Half of them was like breastfeed, half of them was like, oh, just put her on some formula and some cereal. But it was like really frustrating because I really did want to breastfeed, but everybody around me I felt like was telling me she just needs some formula, she just needs some formula. And I ended up putting her on formula. I breastfed for 6 weeks, so I was proud of myself for that. But I did end up putting her on formula. And it's like, had I would have just trusted myself and trusted the process, then I probably could have kept going. You know what I'm saying? Because as you keep going, you know, all the doctors say, as you keep going with the breastfeeding and stuff like that, you'll produce more milk. And I knew that, like, but I feel like I didn't know enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm listening to people because they experienced, but it's like your intuition, you as a mom, like, you got this, and parent how you want to parent, okay? I feel like that's my biggest thing. Like, I'm still navigating that, like, just trying to be the parent that I want to be. Because I feel like a lot of advice that I get, I pick and choose what I want to listen to, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not finna just do what somebody else tell me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the point I'm trying to make with that. Like, trust yourself, trust your intuition. You know your baby, do you, okay? And then another thing I want to say that I feel like I learned is, like, you don't have to be all up on your baby. Like, you can, how can I explain it? Cause, like, the videos I be watching, y'all know them parents, like, how they just be, their child just be on them, nestled up on them, like, skin to skin, 24/7. And I love that, and that's cute. But I feel like at a certain point, you have to feel comfortable to still handle your business. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I got so wrapped up in just always being with my baby that I don't know, like, I just kind of fell off of doing the shit that needed to be done. Like, even, like, cleaning up or cooking, stuff like that. Like, I was just like, oh, my baby needs me, taking showers, just little stuff. Like, stuff you don't even think about until you have the baby. Like, it's okay. Babies cry as long as she fed, clean. You know what I'm saying? Fed, clean, nothing's really wrong with her. Then you can leave your baby to do them and get you some space, handle business. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can take care of you too. Like, you don't have to suffer to be with your baby, especially, like, if you're not in, not the right state of mind, but if you're not all the way there, like, you're not even gonna be able to be there for your baby the way that you want to be anyway. So you need to take that time for yourself. Like me, y'all be seeing in my videos, I be in the bathroom. I be locked in the bathroom. Half the time I'm doing my voiceovers, I'm in the bathroom. Sometimes, like, she's in the little room, she's in her room doing her thing, and I'm out here doing my thing. But it's like, don't abuse that, but still, it's okay to take your space sometimes. Like, we're human too, they're human too, you know what I'm saying? So it's okay. Another thing I want to say is, like, don't compare your baby too much to other babies. Like, that sounds insane, but I feel like y'all get what I'm saying. Like, as a mom, when my baby was a little bit younger, I would see videos of babies doing more stuff. Like, before she started walking, everybody around me, like, I got a couple friends with babies, or like other people I know that got kids, they was like, oh, my baby was walking when she was 7 months old, my baby was da 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 da, and my baby ain't start walking until a little bit after she turned 1. So, like, in that space of time where she was still figuring it out, it was kind of throwing me off, because I'm like, okay, like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just nervous or stressed about it. And it wasn't really nothing to be stressed about, because every baby is different. Like, they're going to develop at their own pace. Like, even, like, it's so many things I could talk about with that one subject, because, like, my baby, I mean, she did pretty good with, like, rolling around and, like, motor skills, I guess. Like, she wasn't delayed in that aspect. Actually, yes, she was a late crawler too. Like, she didn't start crawling for real. She used to, like, scoot. Like, I don't know how to explain that any better, but she used to be, like, scooting around. I'm like, girl, what is you doing? But eventually she did learn how to crawl, and she started to get into everything. Like, everybody moves at their own pace. Like, every baby is different, just like every person is different. So don't be comparing your baby to other babies and feeling like something is wrong with her, or something, you know what I'm saying, like, she's gonna be delayed or anything like that. Like, just do what you're doing. Stay, keep developing her, keep playing with her. Like, why do I keep saying her? It's because I got a little girl, y'all. But keep playing with them, keep developing them, and don't think about it too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, unless you take them to the doctor and the doctor is concerned and they're like, okay, it's getting kind of crazy, that's another thing. But, like, if nothing is wrong, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of us, we be rushing it a little bit. Like, we be rushing the process. And me, I know that, like, once my baby gets to a certain age, I'm gonna miss the age she is now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm not trying to rush the process no more. Like, I'm really just enjoying every moment, especially since I'm finna have another baby. And it's like, I don't know, I'm feeling the feels all over again. Cause I'm just thinking about my firstborn when she was really little and all the stuff like that. So it's like, live in the moment and just take everything for what it is, and don't be trying to rush it. Don't be trying to compare, because every baby is different. I'm keep saying that. Like, even, well, I haven't had my son yet, but even like, I know that my first baby, my second baby are going to be two different babies. They're not going to be the same exact, you know, like, that's just how it works. And then I feel like the last thing I learned is that you won't be, I don't know, because like with my first, how can I explain it? With my first baby, I didn't think I had postpartum until like I knew I had postpartum. Does that make sense? Like, I wasn't paying no attention to that shit until like it was paying attention to me. Like, I don't know how to explain that shit, bro. It's crazy because like you'll be kind of in denial about it at first. Like, you'll feel fine some days, and then like randomly you'll just be like, what the fuck is going on? And then me personally, I feel like I went through an identity crisis. I feel like I'm still kind of going through an identity crisis. It's kind of coming back to me, but that's just what happens when you become a mom, especially if you like a first-time mom. Like, that's it, it's just part of the emotions. And so I feel like the biggest thing that I learned through this year of me being a mom, and it's really about to be 2 years, but through like this year and a half of me being a mom, I learned that it's okay to change. Like, that's the best way I can explain it, because I feel like the biggest part of the struggle is you want to go back to your old self. You want to be like, you remember that person you were before, and like you want to be that. You want to get back to that. You're never gonna get back to that, babe. Like, we have to be real. You're never gonna get back to that, but you will get somewhere close, somewhere comfortable. You know what I'm saying? You will evolve into something. Like, you're a mother now. You're in a new chapter of life, and I feel like that is the biggest thing that I learned. Like, it took me so long to finally grasp that concept. And I feel like now that I understood it, I feel so much better and I'm so much happier. Like, if y'all, I mean, this is like a whole new audience. But if anybody happens to come across like me now and they used to watch me back in the day, like, y'all will see I'm like two different people. I'm still me, but like, it's just more polished. I'm different. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. Like, that's just a part of life. And I feel like even deeper than being a mom, like, that's just a part of growing up, period. But it's amplified when you're a mom, because you feel like it goes back to the projection shit. Like, you feel like, oh, because I had a baby, like, I just don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know what I'm doing. And it's like, it's not even that. It's not even that. You're just growing up. You're evolving. You're gonna be somebody else, but it's okay. Like, you're still yourself. It's just a different version. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's okay though. Like, you just have to be who you want to be. I don't know. That's just the best way I can explain it. Like, it just all goes back to when people say your life is over. Like, no, babe, you're projecting. If you want to, I don't know, like, if you wanted to be a real estate agent and then you had a baby and you feel like your baby stopped you from being a real estate agent, you're delusional. If you wanted to be a singer, you feel like your baby stopped you from being a singer, you're delusional. Like, all of that shit, you're delusional. Like, you just didn't do it because you didn't have that same drive anymore. And I know some people, like, you have to work hard, but you just have to work 10 times harder. Everybody has the same 24 hours in a day. So if goddamn, the only person I can think of is like Glossa, because she's a rapper, right? And she had her son before she blew up, but that did not stop her from still accomplishing her dreams. You see what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta lock in. That's the biggest thing. I already talked about it, but I want to talk about it again. Motherhood is what you make it. If every day you wake up miserable, you like, I get it. It's not easy. It's not simple by any means. Because I know I'm making it sound good, but it's like, these are things I learned. Like, I was one of them people that made my life miserable. Like, your brain can be a prison, if that makes sense. Like, everything is what you make it. Your whole reality is what you make it. It's even deeper than just being a mom. Your whole entire reality is what you make it. So if you think that being a mom is miserable and every day you wake up and you choose to be depressed and stuff like that, like that's how it's gonna be. Like, you have to make the most out of everything. You have to like make life exciting. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you have to do. Every day is not gonna be this picture perfect day in the movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to make it what you want it to be. I don't know. Hopefully that makes sense. But it's like, I literally had to change my mindset. And I feel like a lot of the reason people will like make themselves miserable is like comparison. Comparison is the thief of joy. So you'll see somebody that's living their best life and you'll probably feel some type of way, or you'll be too focused on other things that don't matter. Like, you just have to channel what you want. Like, for me, I feel like when I was first a stay-at-home mom, I didn't do much, and I would always be on TikTok. And every video on TikTok, I would see like other stay-at-home moms. They was going out shopping every day, doing this, doing that, doing this. And it's like, that's not every day. That's not realistic. You know what I'm saying? Like, social media, period. Anybody's social media that you watching is a highlight reel. They showing you the best parts of their days. They showing you the best shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna be their struggles. It's not gonna be the downsides. You know, like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, once I realized, okay, everything is what I make it. Let me focus on me. Let me focus on my day-to-day. Let me focus on the now. What is it that I want to develop? What is it that I want to do? What is it that I want my baby to develop? Like, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like, once I started looking at it like that, every day became better, if that makes sense. Like, you just have to have hope. You have to have faith. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your baby. You have to believe in your family. You have to make the best out of your situation, whatever it is. You just have to believe and just think positive. If anybody in your life is negative and they always got some negative shit to say, or they always praying on your downfall, like, I feel like a lot of people gonna be mad about this one, but I feel like a lot of my family members, like, they was like low-key praying on my downfall. Like, why is y'all so pressed? Like, why is y'all pressed? This my body, my baby, my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you pressed for? It's just it could really fuck with you if you let it. So just don't let it. And it's easier said than done, but it's definitely a process. And I feel like this video is a testimony to all the new moms, all the first time moms, all the girls that's pregnant and don't know what the fuck they gonna do. Like, just lock in and believe in yourself and stay focused, because it's gonna be okay. That's just the best thing I can say. It's gonna be okay. Like, it's gonna be moments where you feel like it's hard or it's not no hope, but it's gonna be okay, girl. Trust me. But yeah, with that being said, that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, good luck to any of the new moms out there or anybody that's pregnant, anything like that. Good luck. You got this, and that's it.